Good afternoon, folks. How are you? This is Pastor Jay. I just wanted to touch base with you here real quick and invite you out to tonight's services. We have a lot going on. At 5:30, we got a free meal for you. Food's always good. Food's always free. And then at 6:30, we begin our age-graded ministries. We break off into different small groups according to age, and we have fun together. We celebrate and we study the Bible, all for between 6:30 and 7:30. But as you consider maybe coming out tonight, let me ask you a question. In your opinion, what is the book of Jonah all about? Let me help you think this way. Do you remember as a kid playing the game tag and somebody was always it? And that person's responsibility was to chase his or her friends and neighborhood associates all over the place to try to catch other people. Well, when we read the book of Jonah and we begin to study it, we find that it's a story of two runaways, if you will. One is, of course, Jonah, the servant of God who has been given a task to accomplish that he's not necessarily a big fan of, and so he attempts to run away from God. And if you know the story any at all, you know the big factors in it are the fact that Jonah gets swallowed up by big fish and ultimately spends some time in there and comes out on the other side a better man than he was before he went in. But on the other side of the book of Jonah is the story of a runaway God, if you will. Not that he's running away from anything, but he's actually running towards something, and that is Jonah. The Bible tells us that even though Jonah decided he would try to run from God, that through various miraculous events and experiences, God runs after him. He chases him down. He pursues him out of love. See, Jonah doesn't know how bad the road's going to get if he was to continue to run from God. And God, out of his love and grace, does whatever is necessary to run down, if you will, his servant that he loves so dearly. And it got me to thinking that a lot of times in life, we may experience a lot of things that we're not for sure what in the world is going on. And it seems like the harder we try, the less things change in the way that we want them to. Well, I would ask you to consider, what if God is chasing you down? What if maybe you're in a season of life where maybe your affections aren't set toward him and maybe you haven't been really pursuing his goodness for your life? And what if God is using the events in your life to chase you down? Not to hurt you, not to harm you, but actually to protect you from an end that you may not even know exists yet in regards to the path that you are traveling. And maybe his chasing you down is just an invitation to turn to him, to find in him your complete joy, your complete peace, and the fullness of hope that only he can give. And so I love the book of Jonah because it's a story of how a man of God may run, but the Father God will run after him. And that gives me great joy of knowing that even if I make wrong decisions, and even if I'm determined to go a way that maybe not is in God's plan for my life, that he will chase me down out of love to put me back on the path of joy and hope and peace and loving him, loving people, and loving life. Hey, come on out at 6:30 and we'll continue to take a deeper look in this great book called the Book of Jonah. God bless, folks. We'll talk to you.